It's time to check out the coziest little burger joint on the North Shore, Chuck Wagon in Wilmette. Hey, Sasha.
Hey, Marley, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
So you're back on the show. How does it feel?
Very excited. Really grateful to be back on the show.
Greasy spoons started popping up all over the U.S. in the 1920s. Nearly 100 years later, there are very few left, but one North Shore staple is holding strong in Wilmette, and Thomas says it's everything. Time to check out Chuck Wagon.
Thank you, Thomas and Pete McLeod.
Nikki, extra lettuce?
You're not a typical restaurant.
It's small. Jackie, what do you want to drink? Okay.
Cozy is a term we like to use on this show. 13,
It's small.
14,
That's how
12,
nervous I
somewhere,
was,
yeah.
but cozy is way
I worked here a
better.
little bit in high school. I bought it in 2005 from the original owner's son.
You loved it so much that you
Yes.
just said, I think I'll graduate high school and buy it.
You are
Is
still
it the
my
original menu from when
favorite
you were a
story
kid? For the most
behind
part,
a
everything's
restaurant
the same.
owner.
And
Just
we
like
came
the
from one of the
greatest
houses.
kismet fake story that has been on Chicago's Best.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Vasquez's wife, Sam, was the original owner at Chuck Wagon. I believe she created the Nikki.
All right.
She did create the Nikki. That's 100%. Nikki Vasquez.
Ketchup, mustard, lettuce, tomato, pickles, and onions.
Brilliant.
And some people get sauce on the side.
And some people get sauce on the side. That was kind of dorky, but at the time it felt great.
I get the Nikki every time, right here.
It was right here.
Oh, Big Brett. He's about 6'10". He can definitely take down 2 Nickies.
It was here, yes, it's gone. No, it's just really, really good.
I love the Nikki.
He uses really fresh local ingredients, and you can taste it in the product. It's just terrific.
And you get your patties just around the corner.
We get it from a local butcher. His name is Joe. Every morning he brings us burgers.
How is Joe the butcher?
Joe, the legend of Wilmette, he has been very busy during this whole time. He is actually pretty happy and doing really well.
He's probably tapped that keg in the back after working so hard.
He actually has about 3 kegs right now in the cooler.
I've never had beer in a butcher shop.
You can also have bourbon in his butcher shop.
I intend to come back for that. And you literally just run over.
Yeah, run over there. He comes over here. Sometimes he comes over, he has a beer, and then goes back over there.
Oh, I like that.
Or sometimes he comes over, he has a whiskey, and goes back over there.
And then things get really interesting
Yeah.
at Chuck Wagon. What goes into your patties?
Brisket, sirloin, a little bit of tendon. There's a lot of trimmings, and chuck.
Of course, it's Chuck Wagon. You gotta
Yeah,
have some chuck.
Oh, no, he's got to have some chuck.
Yeah, it's important.
Or a guy by the name of Chuck who ground his finger up one time, but...
Joe was in love with Marley, by the way.
I am in love with Joe, too. And Joe also has better jokes than me, which is another reason I love him.
First thing in the morning time or in the afternoon?
Beauty and the Beef. I am on that note. Time to make a Nikki,
We start with the bun.
okay? About how long on each side?
They're pretty thin, so they go pretty fast. It's time to flip the burger.
While I do that, do I gyro? Is there a verb?
Gyros.
Gyro is the right way to say it.
Thick?
I think I need to come back because my cutting of the gyro meat leaves something to be desired.
We would love to have you back. To be honest, I think you did a pretty good job. First few times I ever tried doing it, I was absolutely awful. So I think you did pretty well.
All right, all right, all right. Oh, I just became Matthew McConaughey.
All right, all right, all right.
And here you go.
I'll just eat this straggler.
Awesome. Here's the Nikki.
Whoa. I'm gonna do my best not to eat this while you make your own. But no promises, so I'd hurry. All right, I managed to wait for you. I don't know how I did it, but I did. And now
Oh, thanks for waiting for me, Marley.
All right.
I don't know how it never occurred to me to put gyro meat and a cheeseburger together. This is
What
brilliant.
services are you guys currently offering at Chuck Wagon?
I'm making it more
Takeout,
Greek.
curbside.
And
You can
don't
also
get it in
order
my
off of our website, truckwagongo.com.
There's something
And
about-
we're also doing Grubhub as well.
Like fresh off the grill when you watch it be cooked, it just makes it taste better. I feel like I'd eat this like twice a day if I worked here.
I eat it quite often. The Nikki has been one of my favorite sandwiches for a long time.
Even when you were a kid.
Yes, always went with the Nikki.
I have a feeling you're gonna have to make a lot more Nickies in your future.
We'll be ready.
Cheers to that. I'm gonna take this guy down and I'm probably gonna take one for the road.
All right.
and I'm gonna eat those cheese fries.
Cheese
I
fries.
hope that you don't need this seat, even though you have a lot of customers.
Sorry, still here.